So we'll have little hands-on again on this data frames of Pandas. So Pandas library is robust and powerful, as we know, and it work on different data sets. So the main important task is Pandas dot size, dot shape, and dot ending. These are few properties which returns size, shape, and dimensions of a data frame and series. Okay, so if we try this data frame dot size, it is going to give me the size of my panda series, right? So let us try with this. We'll have some code here. So this is my series of panda. So here you can see that pd dot series. So first, one, second, two, third, three, fourth, four. So this is what is my data which is there in the series. And if I try to do data dot size, I get answer as 4 over here. I hope you all are able to see. So I have 4 entries here. Correct. So here what we can see that we have created a series and use the size to display the number of elements in the series. So that is 4 in the case. This is very clear with all of you. Even we can create a data frame with multiple values and show the corresponding size as well. So let us try with this. Just have a look at the code. So here what I am able to do, I am creating my series with multiple values, correct? So it means that I have created a table with rows and columns. I have 4 columns and 2 rows. So what will be my size? My size is 8 over here. You can see here df.size is going to print size as 8 here, correct? Let's see what is this df.size, df.shape and df.end dimension do very clearly. So the data frame dot size returns the size of data frame or series, which is equivalent to total number of atoms in that series or data frame. So that is row into columns. इतना value हमें return होने वाला है size से. This data frame dot size returns a tuple of shape of data frame or series, that is it returns the rows and columns. The data frame dot end returns the dimension of a data frame. So 1 for 1 dimension, 2 for 2 dimension. We'll see again it with the example. So this is my example. Let me take an example here. So if I execute this example, you can see here df dot size क्या आया है 8, that is my row into column, number of entries in my rows into column. ठीक है, dimension क्या आया है 2 dimension because it is a table which is having rows and columns, correct? And what is the shape? Shape is 2 into 4. What does it mean? 2 rows and 4 columns, correct? So this is going to give me my dimension or my shape. Fine. So sorry, it is going to give my shape over here. So it is very clear with all, correct? And now let's see this column property of data frame also. So data frame column is a inbuilt property that is used to find the column labels of the given data frame. To select a column in a Pandas data frame, we can access the columns by calling them by their column names. So data frame is in the tabular form mostly. So let us have this Pandas column. This data frame dot columns is a syntax and it is not a function, and thus it doesn't have the parameters. It is just a property and it returns all the column labels and names of the inputted data frame. So let us try with one example how this column works. So let me go to the example and see how does this column works. So you can see here what it has returned. See, when I say data dot columns and when I print that column underscore names, it returns me the names of the column. So it is names, marks, subject, and data type is object over here. Correct? So this is what has been returned by the columns. Correct? Even we can create a data frame from a dictionary, and then we can have return column names by using the data frame dot column. So let's try with that example again. So here you can see data frame data, and data is this, and then we have created a data frame using the dictionary, and then we are returning the column name over here. So here my columns are name and marks, and again my data type is objects. Correct? Even now let us see, we will return the column labels. So let's try with one more example for all of us. So here is my one more example. So here what I've done, the printing the data frame. So my data frame having column A, B, C, D, and these are my values of data frame. Even I have assigned the index to those rows, right? And then what I have done, I am going to print the df dot columns. So it has been printed because I have created a dictionary of it. So it has been printed as index and then A, B, C, D, and data type is again my objects. Fine. So this is how my data frame dot column works. Correct. Now we will see shortly about the D types. Now, what does this D type do? This D type is again an inbuilt property that returns the data types of column of data frame. So when we are doing some data analysis, it is important to make sure that we are using the correct data types. Otherwise, we might get some undesired results, right? So at some time, we should know what are the different data types which has been used there in our data sets, correct? So if my during this data analysis process, when we have the data analysis process, we need to convert the data from one type to another type explicitly also. So for this all purpose, we need these D types property. So again, this property is very simple, data frame dot D types, and it returns the data D types in the data frame. Correct. Even this D types returns a series with the data type of each column. Now let us look at this D types in Panda. So let us see how it do work. So let me have one example. What you have done here, I'm importing pandas as PD. Then I've created a dictionary. So here I have a phone and then given the values for phone as Samsung, S20, iPhone, and Reliance. And then I've given some prices for that. Then created a data frame out of this dictionary. And then I need to print the data types of the data frame. So this particular data type frame consists of these all data types. So it consists of a data type of phone column, which is of object, and price is of int64. Right. So I hope you understood what are the different data types of data frame used here and how it is going to print. Then even we can check not available values in pandas. So for that also we have some sort of a code. So here I have I have again same phone price and discount. In the discount you can see that I have written np.nan, and this np.nan is a numpy library, correct? So what is this nan values return? So let's see, let me execute this and then we'll see. So what is this nan value returns? This nan returns float 64. So by default, we can see over here this nan is using float 64 data type, correct? So my phone is as usual object, my price is int 64, and my discount is float 64. This from where this discount has come, this is my nan which I have imported from numpy library, correct? Even we can add one more column name as arrival date and see, let's see what does this do. So let me take one more example. So here we have added one more column, that is my arrival date, and then I have said that pd.timestamp. If you go and check this timestamp function of the pd, what does it return? It returns a timestamp of this value. It returns a time of it, correct? This timestamp is given in the nanosecond format. So let me execute it and see. You can see this arrival date ka data type kya hai? Date time 64, which is given in nanoseconds, correct? So I hope you have understood this all, like how, what is this D types and how we will be getting the value of D type. That is what is important to understand from these all exercises. So let us go ahead and see something more. So let me share one document with you. Okay, so this says about the pandas D types. So we have object. So Python type mapping is given here, and num type and usage. See, this object usage is text or the mixed numeric and non-numeric values. Int 64 is my integer number. Float 64 is my floating point numbers. Bool is my true or false value. Date time 64 is my date and time value. Even I have time delta nanoseconds. So this differences between two date times. This is what is my time delta nanoseconds. And I have a category which says about a finite list of a text value. So these are different data types or D types of pandas. So we can see that a string data type is defined as object in pandas and three more types in the NumPy library. So one data type's definition is different in the different libraries. Okay, so this is all about the pandas D type. Okay, so let us go back to our coding screen. Okay, so now let us move ahead. Now we'll see again about this panda info. I hope you remember the info which we have seen in our previous lab also. So this info is going to give me about information about the data frame. I will again explain this. So what does it say? It has entries from 0 to 2. So columns are there from 0 to 2. It has then there are 4 total columns, and data types used over here are D types are date time 64, float 64, int 64, and object is 1. When I say that in a phone there are 3 non-null values, in price there are 3 non-null values, in discount in discount I have 0 non-null value. It means that all the values in the discount are null or not available. And in arrival date also I have 3 not null values. It means that there is no NaN value in the arrival date. This 3 says that there are 3 rows available in the given data frame. So this info tells us a complete information, or it gives a complete insight with range index, entries, D type, and memory usage. Okay, I count method in the pandas. Okay, so let us go to this count method. This count function is used to count the number of not null values across the given axis. So we'll see what is this axis all about. So it works with the non-floating type data also. df.count function is defined under the pandas library, and pandas is one of the package in the Python, as we all know. So this count, what does it do? It exactly give me the count number of non-NA or null observations for a given data frame in a given axis. Okay, so let's see an example. So first we'll see the syntax. So syntax consists of axis, label, and numeric only. That is my false. So this all. So I will first tell you the syntax of it. So this is my syntax. You all can able to see here the data frame dot count axis equal to 0, label is equal to none, numeric only is equal to false. Now we'll see what are these value all. So axis, when axis ka value is 0, it is row wise, and when axis ka value is 1, it is column wise. Please remember this very well. I will again post it here. So when axis value is 0, it is row wise. Axis value is 1, it is column wise. The label says about the index, correct? So if the axis is the multi-index, that is my hierarchical, the count is done along with the particular label. This is a little advanced concept. So if my axis is multi-value, right? If it is a multi-index, it means that if it is a hierarchical, then if I whatever level I mention, it gives me about that level only. And then I have the last one as the numeric only. You can see here the last parameter is numeric only. So this parameter includes only float, int, and boolean data. This is what it says. So it gives me the numeric only, correct? Now the return value of this count method is a series, fine. So it can return the data frame also if we mention the label, right? Now let's see the working of this count method. So what we will be doing is we will be creating a dictionary, or we can say a data frame, and then we'll see what does this count do over here, correct? So let us go and see this. Let me go here. Okay, fine. So you can see here what I'm doing. So here I have created a data set with the columns as name, roll number, math, science, English. आप यहाँ पे not null values भी देख sorry null values भी देख सकते हो, np.nan, that is np dot not available, np dot not available, correct? ये कौन से कॉलम्स के लिए? मैथ्स के लिए है, साइंस के लिए है, एंड इवन रोल नंबर के लिए भी few values are missing. For using this NN, we need to import this numpy library also, or we can say numpy library also. Then we have created a data frame of this particular data set, and then now printing the data frame, printing the count by using df.count, and then by making it df2, correct? So this is how my count will be displayed. So let's execute this code and see now what happens. So here I can see name ka ek column, roll number ka column, maths, science and English. Wherever I have given np.nan, I will be getting nan, that is not available value in the columns to respective rows, correct? अब देखो count में क्या क्या है. यहाँ हमने count print किया df.count. What I have said initially कि count नॉट नल वैल्यूज रिटर्न करता है, नंबर ऑफ नॉट नल वैल्यूज का काउंट रिटर्न करता है, करेक्ट? तो अभी नेम के लिए ऑल नॉट नल है, तो ऑल 5 एंट्रीज अवेलेबल देयर, सो इट हैज रिटर्न 5. फॉर रोल नंबर वन ऑफ द वैल्यू इज NaN, सो इट हैज रिटर्न 4. फॉर मैथ्स अगेन वन ऑफ द वैल्यू इज NaN, सो इट हैज रिटर्न 4. फॉर साइंस 2 values are NaN, so it has returned 3. And for English no value is NaN, so it has returned all 5. I hope you have understood the count function of this data frame. Is this clear with all of you? Even we can print this. See, initially we have printed here row wise, correct? No, column wise. Now we'll print in row wise manner also. So let me go and print in row wise manner. So I will go here. See, remember, when I want to print in a row wise manner, I will give axis as a columns, correct? So this is going to print me, this is displaying me the row wise values, okay? So let me print. Yes, when I give the axis equal to columns, it means that do not print column wise, print no row wise, right? So the axis which we mentioned is to be nullified, okay? So here you can see row wise, first row 0th row hai jisme all 5 values are present. The first row one of the value is missing, so I have given 4. In the second row again one of the value is missing, so I have given 4. In third row all values are present, so all 5 count is printed here, and in fourth row 2 values are NaN, correct? 2 values are NaN, so it has given me the value as 3 here, fine? So I hope this is clear with all of you how to use the axis also. Now let us see how to use this multi-index, or how to give the labels. We have seen giving the label here, so let's see how to give the labels. So let me go to the code and print here. Again the same data set I'm creating here, fine. I'm going to print the data set, and in the count, प्लीज रिमेंबर, अभी जब हमें रो वाइज प्रिंट करना था हमने क्या लिखा था? एक्सिस इज इक्वल टू कॉलम, करेक्ट? अब हमें जब मल्टी लेवल वैल्यूज में लेवल प्रिंट करना है, कोई तो लेवल के लिए प्रिंट करना है, करेक्ट? सो इट विल गिव मी द लेवल वाला वैल्यू. सो हियर व्हाट आई सेड इज सेट इंडेक्स मैथ्स एंड इंग्लिश. सिर्फ मैथ्स एंड इंग्लिश का इंडेक्स सेट करो, and then the count level is of maths. So give me the count level of maths. Okay, so let us execute this and see the output properly. Okay, so अभी यहाँ पे क्या क्या बताया, you look at this carefully. What I have said the levels as maths. तो यहाँ पे maths का level आया है, correct? And about what? About name, roll number and science, because I have excluded this maths and English from it, correct? And then I am giving the count of everything. Okay, so let us go and see the count over here. So 63 this value, and what it has given, name का value present है, roll number का value भी present है, and science के लिए 0 marks है because not available है, correct? Then I am giving the maths का again 83, correct? Maths 83 marks का है, and then what it has said, name का वैल्यू प्रेजेंट है. अब जब 83 मार्क्स वाला जो मैथ्स था उसमें रोल नंबर का वैल्यू एब्सेंट है और 0 है, सो इट हैज कम 0 ओवर हियर, एंड साइंस के वैल्यू के लिए अगेन 0 ओवर देयर. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? I hope this is clear with all of you that what we are trying to do. I am setting the level of maths over here, and I want to print the values of maths and I want to exclude the values of maths and English from there, and I just want to print the values of remaining all columns. Okay, whenever I am setting the index and then setting a level, it is going to give me the values in order. तो ऑर्डर आ गया है 63, 83, 93 एंड 694. ये मैथ्स के वैल्यूज है आपके, बिकॉज एक वैल्यू नॉट नल है विच विल नॉट बी प्रिंटेड, करेक्ट, बिकॉज आई हैव गिवन द लेवल एट मैथ्स. एंड देन आई एम प्रिंटिंग द रिमेनिंग मैथ्स का जो वैल्यूज है उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग कॉलम्स में क्या क्या वैल्यू, इफ इट इज प्रेजेंट और इफ इट इज नॉट प्रेजेंट, दैट इज व्हाट इज जस्ट प्रिंटेड ओवर हियर. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर विथ ऑल ऑफ यू. So this is about the count of Panda data frame. Okay, so this is all about the count from the Panda data frame.